Shabbat Shalom. It is so wonderful to see all of you here celebrating with us Shabbat, being with us as we celebrate as these 10 young people, just having turned 13, will ascend the bima to read ultimately from Torah and become bar and bat mitzvah. It is a joy to be here. We are Congregation Or Ami. My name is Paul Kipnis. I'm one of the rabbis here, Rabbi Julia Weiss, Cantor Doug Kotler over there, and we welcome you all here. We also welcome all of you who are worshiping with us at oramilive.com, and now on Facebook at Congregation Or Ami's Facebook page. We're live streaming thanks to Bronze Productions. We're thrilled you're worshiping with us also. So we are in here, we are tightly packed, we have standing room, and now people praying in the foyer also with us. And so we're thrilled, those of you who got your tickets on StubHub, to be here with us in here. A couple of requests. We have 2 official photographers, and we're videotaping. So we're going to ask that when people read, you do not stand up to take pictures. If you lift your phone a little bit and take a picture, that's okay, but you can't block the people behind you while you're in a worship service. So I thank you all for that.
And maybe turn the flash off.
Turn the flash off, and you know what? Make sure this is a great time to take out your cell phones and make sure they are off. So if you'll make sure. I want to remind everybody that if you need to use the facilities, the restrooms are right out this door to the left. So they're behind that wall, but don't use the door in here. Go back to the glass door, immediate left, and you'll be able to get to the restrooms there. None of this would have been possible if these 10 people hadn't studied long and hard for 2 full years. Some with Cantor Doug, Rabbi Julia, and I, but mostly with the most incredible teacher, mentor, friend, Diane Townsend, our bar and bat mitzvah teacher. So I'd like to invite Diane up to go over to the table. We're going to turn to page 2 for candles. If the group will go and take your places.
La 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Vitzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat Ha la 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 ya 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 la 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 la.
If you were a member of our adult bar bat mitzvah class prior to this year, let me ask you to please rise for a moment. Wonderful. Thank you for coming back and celebrating with the new class. Please be seated. We're thrilled you're here. So we are taught that in Torah to wrap ourselves on 4 corners with tzitzit, fringes, tied a certain number of times, wrapped a certain number of times. These become symbols of the 613 mitzvot, commandments in Torah to live a good, honest, ethical, moral, ritual-filled Jewish life. Each of you take this talit, and in a moment, say the blessing and place it around your shoulders. You are wrapped, as I say to the young children, in the love of all these people gathered here. You're wrapped in the loving arms of those generations that preceded us, who are no longer with us, but on whose shoulders we stand. You're wrapped in the loving arms of Shekhinah, God's heavenly presence. whenever you put on this talit, not only come back to this moment and to your commitment to explore and deepen your Jewish life and living, but also remember that wherever you are, the Holy One is enveloping you in God's loving arms. So let me have you all say the blessing together. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, God of the universe, who makes us holy with mitzvot and commands us to wrap ourselves in the fringes of the talit.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Lauren Lansbaum. I declined the opportunity to become a bat mitzvah at age 12 and again at 16. The fact that I did not become a bat mitzvah didn't really bother me because I learned all the prayers at Sunday school and summer camp. I could participate just as well as the next congregant. Well, at least I thought I could. After studying Hebrew for this B'nai Mitzvah, I realized that I was that person, the one who belts out songs but doesn't quite know the words. I was close to knowing the words of the prayers, but not close enough. I think this is very representative of how I felt about my commitment to the Jewish community. I was almost there, but not quite. Judaism values community, kahila, so much so that we Jews refer to ourselves as Am Yisrael, the people of Israel, rather than Dat Yisrael, the religion of Israel. I chose to become a bat mitzvah at this point in my life because of my community. Today, the people that comprise my community are the friends I will have for life. I could not have said that at 12 or 16 years old. Our family surrounds ourselves with a supportive and thoughtful group of friends who I respect and cherish dearly. The fact that I am becoming a bat mitzvah at the same wonderful synagogue as my children and as part of this B'nai Mitzvah group just adds to the sense of community. Tonight, I have made the commitment to the people of Israel and can proudly and correctly belt out the prayers. I now just need to work on my singing voice.
This is a moment sacred in time, a time for us to pause in gratitude. Thankful to witness these wonderful 10 adults lead us in prayer for the first time and read from Torah for the first time. So we together will recite Shehechianu, a prayer that thanks God for giving us this moment and keeping us in this moment. Please join us in the prayer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
As we continue with our service, we'll be using the black page numbers, not the blue ones. And we invite you to chant along with us, but following the cadence and the speed of the people leading. We turn to page 26 and rise for Chatzi Kaddish. And so, having practiced that, you did a great job. I now know we've got it together. I'd like you to sit down now. And I want you to remember that when we're actually ready to do the prayer. So everybody sit down, please.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Judy Steinberg. As a Jewish girl growing up in the 1950s, there came the realization that I was not expected to have a bat mitzvah. However, this longing for recognition, this soulful yearning, traveled with me through the decades. Congregation Orami has this amazing 2-year adult B'nai Mitzvah program. I decided it was time. I wanted to connect more deeply with my Jewish roots, to challenge myself to speak and read in Hebrew, culminating tonight with a reading of a Torah portion chosen specifically for me, just as our ancestors have done for thousands of years. I am overwhelmed by this historical occasion and opportunity in my life. My inspiration came from a learned man, my father, Leo. Following in his footsteps, I escaped into worlds of literature where my imagination came to life, and I learned of the power of words, of empathy, tolerance, truth, and wisdom. I am undeniably my father's daughter, deeply indebted to his vision of how to live a meaningful, fulfilling, intellectually curious life. All this, along with a lot of hard work, has culminated in my close to 50-year career in education, both teaching and teaching teachers. I have spent the majority of my life living the principles of mitzvot, doing good deeds, tzedakah, doing charitable work for the community, and tikkun olam, all in an effort to repair the world and leave it a better place. I have loved every moment of my career, especially all the friends, students, and mentors I have met and learned from along the way. Some of you are here today, and I am so grateful you could make it. This journey has come to a close. I now look forward to the next challenge on my path of learning.
And so now, we're going to turn it in our prayer books to the Chatzi Kaddish, which is on page 26. Please rise.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Hillary Harrison. L'dor v'dor, from generation to generation, is a Jewish value that has always resonated with me. I have always had a strong connection to Judaism, which was passed along to me by my grandparents and parents. Reflecting on my childhood, I fondly recall our Shabbat and high holiday dinners, where multiple generations gathered. Honoring the Jewish traditions and chanting prayers connected me to Judaism, even without knowing exactly what each prayer or tradition was for. Over time, I learned the meaning behind the prayers and traditions, which grounded me and was a source of comfort to me. I'm grateful my parents and grandparents passed these traditions down to me. They are the foundation of our family, and with Or Ami, our second family. When our son Ethan became a bar mitzvah, I was so proud he found the same connection to Judaism. I was inspired by his connection to Torah, and I knew it was something that would stay with him forever. It was so inspiring that I decided I wanted to take that journey myself. Chanting prayers connects me to the past, and I feel like I am surrounded by the love of my ancestors. Knowing these are the same prayers my great-grandparents chanted, and they are the same prayers my children, my children's children, and generations to come will chant fills my heart and soul, a tradition passed down Lador Vador.
We'll continue on page 28. La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
Baruch et Adonai Hamevorach
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Alyssa Linick. I'm so grateful today to have a relationship with my God. I've always considered myself a spiritual person, even when my faith would occasionally waver, depending on the drama du jour. My understanding of and my relationship with God is and always has been an evolution. God is ever present in my life, even when I'm not, especially when I'm not. I feel closest to God when I've struggled with some sort of inner turmoil, and then I remember I'm not alone. I surrender, and I let go. That's when my heart and my head are in the same place. When I feel that way, I know I'm in God's will for me, not my own. I'm so grateful today to be open-minded, present, and aware of Nisim B'chol Yom, God's daily miracles, large and small, waking up in gratitude, the birth of my children, the health of my loved ones, glancing down at a particular moment to see a heart-shaped rock, all reminders of God's presence. To me, God is not a tree or a rainbow or a large looming figure looking down at me from the heavens. As the Jewish mystics teach, God is Ein Sof, without end. God is everywhere and everything. God is in my pumpkin spice latte, in my cozy slippers, and in the bluebird sitting in the tree right outside my office window. God is in my intuition. My higher power is in every giggle and every tear I shed. God is in the breeze, in the silence, and in the pause. God is in my heart, in every breath I take, and every moment that I get to feel. Join us on page 34 as we sing Shema and listen, acknowledging the holiness that connects us all.
If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen, listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen, listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way, and listen, listen to our God. When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen, listen to our God. You can hear it from the top of the high